Good Erev Shabbos, good Erev Pesach, everybody. On behalf of Gevura and myself, I want to wish you all a good Shabbos and a Chag Kasher v'Sameach, and I hope everybody has a beautiful Chag. I wanted to share a short thought with you all as we come into this beautiful festival of Passover. So, we're all used to reading this Haggadah, this beautiful Sefer, this short work, and we have Kiddush, and we have our Karpas, and we break the middle matzah, and then we have the Manishtana, the four questions, and then we sort of go into what is really the main middle part of the Seder, or I should say of the Haggadah, of the Maggid, of the telling of the story. And it's really not that long. If for example, I have here an Art Scroll Family Haggadah, it's really just a few pages. And in these few pages, we really have the essence of what actually the whole point of Maggid, of the telling of the story of the Haggadah is. Which is sort of telling the story of the Jewish people. What's strange is right before that we were introduced to these four sons. And right before we go into this Jewish history lesson, why before we go into this Jewish history lesson do we greet and welcome and learn about these four sons? What are they trying to teach us? So we know we have the Chacham, the wise, the Rasha, the wicked, the Tam, the simple, and the She'eni Yodei L'Shal, and the one that doesn't know how to ask. Who are these characters? And what are they doing right here before this important Jewish history lesson? So what I always try and explain about the four sons is really they're just four aspects of each and every single individual that resides within us. It's not four different people necessarily, but it's four aspects of our own personalities. Each one of us has this little part of us. We all have a side of us that's wise, that we have some understanding. We've studied something. We've studied this Haggadah every year. We've read this Haggadah for many years on end. We've had a relationship with Judaism. We've learned about Torah. And we understand. And we have a deeper connection. And then there's a side to us which is, is this stuff really true? Is this really true? Can I really believe any of it? That is sort of what the Rasha represents. And there's a little bit of us inside that eats away at us, some more than others, some barely at all, some quite a lot. We're all dealing with a different aspect of that. And then you have the Tom, you have the simple, I believe this in the simplicity of it, whatever it means, that's fine, I accept. And then there's an aspect to all of us, which is, this is so complex and so difficult and so deep. Ein Yodei L'Shal. I don't even know how to ask the question. I don't even know what the question should be in relation to what we're going on right now. And what's amazing is that the Haggadah, it tells you about these four different people, or really these four different sides of us, and says, all of these people, or all of these aspects of our character, they're all here at the Seder. And you know why they're all here at the Seder? Because of the long line of Jewish history, because every single link was put there, one after the next. And it all goes back to Terach, Abraham's father, who served idols. That's in one of the next paragraphs that we learn about after the four sons. And wherever we've been, whatever character trait that we exemplify or feel is inside us, the whole point of the Haggadah, the whole point of the Seder is for us to realize that we are all there. We are all important part, link in the chain. After the V'hi She'amda, when we lift up a cup, then we have what's in the Art Scroll Haggadah, just 3 pages. And this is sort of where people mumble a little bit and they go a little bit fast and not really sure what's going on. But I want to tell you, these are 3 very, very important pages. Why? Because they're teaching us the history of the Jewish people. They're teaching us how we ended up becoming a nation, how we ended up becoming enslaved, how we ended up becoming redeemed. This is the essence of who we are. This is our story. This is our destiny. This is who we are. So whichever one of the 4 sons or daughters you might be, whichever of those aspects that you relate to the most, the thing that the Haggadah is telling us is that whichever part of you is there, you have to feel it, you have to experience it, you have to understand it, and know that you are part of this line, of this story of the Jewish people. You are there. That is the whole point of the Seder. That is the whole point of the Haggadah. Us coming together each year to remind ourselves that we are in this book. We are in this story. Our lives in 2021, as they may be so developed and so broad and have so many different aspects to them, our life, our character is embedded in this holy book. And as we read this book, we see each of one of us has a different way of relating to this story. But each one of us should see ourselves as though we were there. And whichever son that we might feel that we are, we have to know that we're still at the Seder table. We're still in the Haggadah. And we have a part of this beautiful ancestry, this beautiful heritage that is the Jewish people. I want to wish you again, on behalf of the staff and the board of Eish Chaim, and Gavura and myself, a Chag Kasher Fesach Me'ach.